Hello everybody, welcome to the show. We are talking chatterbaits for bass. BFS chatterbaits, that is. Buckle up and hang on. Bass and Bonsai is in the house, going to catch some largemouth bass. That's how we do it. Oh! Finally. That took a while. Stay on. That might be a little bit better bass. I may need to tighten this drag just a hair. Oh, that's a good chunk. First fish of the morning is a good one. Nice little chunk. There we go. Hello everybody. Welcome to the show. It's going to be a good one. A little chilly out here. Not bad. Starting to be hoodie weather of the morning anyway. We are out here fishing with BFS and regular gear to start the morning off. But today's video is going to be all about the chatter. What's the chatter about? Buckle up and hang on, you'll find out. Okay, one last look. Let's see if she's going to jump. Or he. It's probably a little male. Nope. Ooh, hit the boat. Hello everybody. Welcome to the show. Bass and Bonsai, going chatterbait fishing and BFS fishing. We're going BFS chatterbait fishing also. We're comparing all of the different styles of chatterbaits through Zman anyway, because that's the main brand that counts, right? But we do have a few Omega custom tackles thrown in there. So we're going to jump down here, and we've also got a Picasso in the house right here. Changed it up a little bit, running it naked with just a trailer. We're going to see how that does. We're starting from the normal size. Well, I call normal, my normal, 1/2 ounce. That's the jackhammer, but I throw the customs, pros, originals. Also, this thing I never have much faith in, but I've always tried it with the skirt. Kind of trying it with just a trailer today. Probably try a few different colors. But then one of the main focuses, instead of using a backup bait, you guys hear me talk about backup baits when I'm throwing chatterbaits. I'm going to use the smaller Z-Man stuff as a backup bait. So we've got two different sizes of the micros and the minis. We've got the new, I forget the name of these things. New to me, these have been around a little while, but the little ultra finessey stuff, like very little 1/16 to an 1/8. There's another 1/8, which is probably a little more with that trailer, to the 1/4 ounces. There's a couple different styles, the kind of a smaller blade, smaller hook, and the normal size blade with the normal size hook, but still like a 1/4 ounce. Then up to our couple different styles of 1/2 ounce baits. So anyway, we got chatterbaits covered. We're going to get out here. You just saw that footage. Caught one bass on topwater. It's a tough morning bite. You know, they're not just hitting. So if we can find one of these chatterbaits that just picks up and starts working, we don't have hardly any wind yet. But buckle up and hang on. Let's go chatterbaiting. There we go. That didn't take long. A couple casts in. Gonna jump. Nice little bass. So we may be on to something. It's the naked truth, boys and girls. A little micro chatterbait with the little new TRD bugs on it seems to be the real deal. Let's see if this dude's gonna jump. No need to take a pic. And we need a jumper for the show. Come on. No, full of energy, but just not to jump. All right, buckle up and hang on. Let's see if we're on to something. A little bait in the house. Maybe we got a new lucky rod and reel combo. Who knows? Let's do it. I tried all kinds of stuff. This seems to be the only one we actually caught a bass on so far on the chatterbait. Got another one. And that tells me that I had probably the best bait for the job picked out about a week ago when I started using those. Let's see if we got a jumper. This little bait, I'm telling you, will flat put some bass in the boat. May not be huge, but it'll put them in the boat. Tough day. You know why I know it's a tough day? Bass aren't jumping. This bait is on fire. Well, if you count 2 bass being on fire, it's on fire. It's the only one working so far. We are finally over on the shallow side. We got one that quick, and it came off. I am struggling with keeping fish hooked up today. There we go. There we go. I knew my old standby, tried and true bait that I like to use would not let me down. That right there, donkey punch, smallie beaver, 1/2 ounce original, 6'8" medium heavy rod. Price. Let's see if it's gonna jump though. Oh yes! Woo! Looky there! Looky what your pops brought you, a jumper. Stay on. Hopefully, finally, it's still on. It's coming right at me. I have no idea how big he is. Nice little chunk. Ooh. And came off. Oh my God, did you see that? That hook, I guess, is just out enough. This rod will not do it. So, kind of sucks for us if you want to throw lightweight stuff. But I guess the 6.1 is going to be the one we have to throw. So, I'll put it on that. But first, I'm going to try, this should have no problem throwing this 16th ounce too. There's a bunch, I don't know if you guys noticed, that fish I missed, there was a bunch of little schooling something that took off like they were chasing right there. It took forever to hit the water. There we go. See if this one stays hooked up. A little bitty dude. Stay hooked up. Alright, maybe now we're on to something. I had to switch stuff around a little bit. Got that little bitty 16th ounce bait. And look at that jumper. On our 632 with the new alphas. I should have got a pick, I guess. Okay, we've come to the part in the show where chatterbaits aren't really probably the main bait that'll work for the bite going on. But we're going to try to fine tune our chatterbait. Now, we had this guy, and he works no problem. Whitehead, that color, TRD bugs. I've caught some bass. Now, they make several different ones. We've got some of these gold different heads of the 1/8 ounce from the different ones. Silver, and then kind of the black or real dark gunmetal. I think they make a couple different ones to the gold and silver of the smaller TRD stuff. So what I'm doing now, you see there's something working right out there. I've thrown that little bitty one. It's not a bunch of results. I'm going to try different trailers on these little micros. And I was just kind of going to go through trailers you can use for these little micro chatterbaits. From like the Slim Swims or any small swim bait. Some of the Meredith or Keytech, I think he makes one small enough. TRD bugs, that motor oil color, I may give it a shot. Black and blue bugs. But then you can also, these finesse shads, I think I'm going to try one of those on the silver one. And just see how, you know, you can cut them down if you need to. Today I'm just experimenting on different colors. The deal slim swims would probably be good on probably the silver headed one, may throw it. I think this is the color I have on. Yeah, the one that I'm liking is the deal, is the one I have on with that white head. Then that color should work in this water too, the hot snakes. I may try it on a black head real quick. But basically the TRD bugs are awesome on these micro or smaller chatterbaits. The slim swims, as far as Z-Man stuff, I've got those in several different colors. That baby bass color I think I need to try on that white head. I bet I might catch one. Finesse shads would work. Almost anything you'd use for, like I said, a TRD or drop shot, unless you're using big drop shot stuff. The little micros work. Down all the way just to the TRD itself. Hot snakes color one, I may try that. But I don't know how much of whatever will make the footage. I'm going to start trying them and see if we catch a fish, and you'll see which ones kind of work today. I may not make it through them all, but anyway, buckle up, hang on. Kind of like this color. I got a purple reel, the Bama bug. I may try that on the blackhead real quick. Finally, I caught a bass. Trying different ones, different trailers, and nothing's working as well as that original one. But I did manage this guy on the silver. Get him unhooked here. Come on. There we go. Silver head with the what I call baby bass colored, what is that? Yep, that is a baby bass. Slim swims. Honestly, there does not seem to be much of a chatterbait bite going on. There wasn't much of a topwater bite going on. One of those, oh, that was definitely a hit. One of those tough days after a storm has come through. You know, it rained probably over half the day yesterday. It was, up until that, it was in the 90s with no rain for over a week. It dropped down about a 10 degree or better difference all day yesterday. Today's going to be about the same kind of thing. There we go. So these bass can be, whoa! Wrapped it right around, oh my goodness. These bass can be finicky. And we've honestly probably missed more than we've got in. But that'll happen too sometimes when you're trying new baits on new gear and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you're out trying something new and you're missing fish, you know, don't beat yourself up about it too bad. You know, figure out why. You know, why are you missing them? Is it the rod? We missed several fish on that one bait just because I think it's on too light of a rod, which sucks for the fact that 16th and 8th ounce baits I should be able to throw on that 632 Cane Teton. But I mean, the 661 is plenty capable. And that's even with this AliExpress loser reel, the Black Knight, throwing them. So it definitely has got just enough. It's good enough for a. It's kind of like all around. Like I like the 632. All around BFS. I like this as the all around what I call finesse, where it'll throw regular baits also, but it'll throw all that ultralight type stuff. And any kind of bigger single. I mean, I was throwing a half-ounce spinnerbait last year and getting hooksets no problem. Like I didn't have an issue. I didn't feel like I was losing fish due to this rod. If I felt them and set the hook, I had them. I want to try this guy, a little brighter. I was wanting something. We've got kind of clouds, hit and miss, dark water, sometimes that fire tigery color. Flat pulling from further away. Wow, we've tried all kinds of little subtle ways through here. Right there at the boat. Oh my gosh. That sucker. I was about ready to give up on this bait. Oh! Right at the boat. I got this drag pretty tight. We catch this hog. And I told you guys, sometimes bright is the key. Because as you see, that is the biggest bass of the day. Hit the brightest, craziest lure we got in that we've been throwing, except for nothing bigger. Beautiful largemouth bass. Let me get a pick, and we'll see if this baby's going to jump. All right, everybody, one last look. Beautiful largemouth bass. We're going to see if it's going to jump. No need to weigh it. That is just over a pound. The bite is tough today. Oh man, that was a lackluster performance. That bass is not going to win an Oscar for that one. The Great Escape. Oh. Anyway, okay, I took this bait and I'm putting it on because I want to get my new Alpha's Air singing. I don't have the drag. I got it pretty tight. I guess I'll try to show you without breaking the rod. You can see that. It could maybe stand to go a little tighter, but this bait almost feels heavy on this rod. Oh, we had another little bump. There we go. Stay on. Came off. Okay, this is just not a stout enough rod for those micro hooks. That is all there is to it. So I'm going to have to do all of my, even a little 16th ounce has to be on a stouter rod. The single hooks, I guess these are stouter hooks in the Ned rig. So if you see what I'm talking about, your typical, which I don't have any problem setting hooks on the Ned rigs, but there is quite a bit of difference. You wouldn't think it would be that big a difference, but that is enough of a difference. I'm struggling with getting the hook sets on the 632 or the 522 for that matter, which is harder to set the hook on than the 632. But the 661 seems perfect. So unfortunately for us, my new little bait that I found that does really work, I'm limited to only one of the Tettons being able to fish with it. As I get out of here, just kind of experimenting, trying different things. I thought about using that little Alpha's Air on this Tatula rod. But as you can see, I can take the regular Tatula SB. Whoa, that was quick. But as you see, I can take the Tatula SV and manage to cast these little micros. No problemo. See that? So imagine, I think, how much, I guess, more distance on these small baits I could get if I had. I mean, there's not really a need to, but then that would also let me throw probably anything. This has got a soft tip. I don't know. Makes me wonder. Should I put it on and try it? What do you think? Just kind of showing you guys how versatile that tattoo is, because I believe, I want to say that's 15-pound test, just like the NRX. But yeah, the Tatula SBs, they're no joke. They work very well for pretty much anything. This is all dusty from being in the back of the truck on the gravel road. Look at that distance. That is not a heavy bait. We got another one. Not a heavy bait. That might be a little better. Stay on. Oh yeah. Now as you can see, as long as this one stays on, we don't have a problem with the hook sets now. We were, oh, that's a nice, oh, but we had a problem with the hook set. What is wrong with these little hooks? They feel sharp. Barb, I don't know. Dang it. Okay, been a while. I broke out my old rod and reel that I hardly ever use anymore, just to try out this new little, I don't know if I'd ever thrown this small micro on this rod and reel. But guess what? Rod and reel works awesome for that. You guessed it. A little 6'5" Cayenne Conqueror, 16th to 1/4 ounce, 4 to 12 pound line. Okay everybody, I'm putting the wraps on this chatterbait video. As I leave, if I catch any more on the little chatterbaits, I'll put them on the end of this video. But it's a tough bite today. We did catch him on this guy, is probably still my favorite bait. We've caught him on several of the other small ones. The big chatterbaits just don't seem to be on it at all today. But I found out a few things, and that's kind of what today was. I found a couple different things that I like that work. And you'd be surprised at what different skirts tend to work on these little bitty chatterbaits. But it kind of redid what I had talked about. The micros with the skirt on is not good, but there's several different trailers. I sometimes call them skirts, but I mean trailers that will work on this. This kind of natural one, that's the deal. And it seems to work real well. But I think the bright colors will work on some of the brighter head chatterbaits, or you could try to mix it up or whatever. But I also found out that none of these seem to work that well on the even the hook for some reason, especially this one. Once you get past the 661, the 522 and the 632 hookups kind of seem to be an issue. And I even had an issue with that Daiwa rod, which is pretty stout, so I think the hits were a little off. But I want to say that every fish that hit this thing, and once I yanked and felt I had the fish, I got it in. This 661 is an awesome all-around rod, because it's got a little bit of power, you know, and the whole rod has some flex to it. I like the action on this rod. So anyway guys, hopefully you liked this edition of Bass and Bonsai, talking about chatterbaits, kind of giving you just an idea of what will work on a very tough day for any bait really, but chatterbaits especially. I was hoping to catch you guys one more bass. Ooh, something just worked right in front of us. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Go bass and bonsai for yourself. Thanks for watching. There we go. Stay on. Get over here. That fish is dark. Wow. Look at how dark and blue this bass is. I've never seen one with quite those colors. You guys hopefully can make that out. That's the exact bottom of the baits I use. Probably why they work so well. Well, no, that's not even one right there. Where's the one? Oh my gosh. I'll show you the baits I'm talking about, but if you see these colors in this bass, how dark he is, that I have several swim baits with that color, and that color is not far off from that color, so What are they really thinking they're eating? That's a beautiful bass. All right, guys, as we get out of here with this nice largemouth monster bass, beautiful colors. Man, that's a beautiful bass. Mwah. Mwah. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out there and get you some. Yes, you did. Yes, he did. He's a champion. He was a real trooper.